السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. رب زدني علما. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. We are I welcome you all to the class of Arabic. دروس اللغة العربية لغير ناطقين بها. And today we are continuing where we left off. We read the first page of shart of lesson 15, and we're learning shart. So إذا was also a condition. إذا was also condition, but it was غير جازمة. So nothing, it doesn't change anything. So إذا ذهبت إلى إذا ذهبت إلى المسجد إذا ذهبت إلى المسجد فصلي ركعتين. So pray 2 rakats. ركعتين. So pray 2 rakats. إذا ذهبت إلى المسجد فصلي ركعتين. ركعتين. Pray 2 rakats. نعم. So we learned about إذا ذهبت إلى المسجد فصلي ركعتين. Why did I use fa? Because this is a command, no? طلبي. أمر. اسمية طلبي. أمر نهي and istifham we use fa. فصلي ركعتين. And with this lesson we are learning about others. There are many of them in man, mata, aina, haythuma. And last time we spoke a little bit about them. Now wherever, how, whoever, if, whenever. Okay, so let's continue inshallah ta'ala. Ibrahim says, Bismillah. So we learned last time, they were talking, the muraqib came and and they talked about their small books. You should distribute. Whoever wants to participate in this pamphlets, Hutayyibat, can do that. Ibrahim says then, Ya Shaykhu, La najiduka fi maktabika fi kathirin min al-imtihan. He says to the muraqib, we read this last time, but I'm just repeating. Oh Shaykh, we don't find in your office fi kathirin min al-ahyan, a lot of times. Al-Muraqib says, "Illam tajiduni," see in game, and lam tajiduni, if you do not find me, fi maktabi fasatajidunani fi maktabil mudiri. You will surely find me in the principal's office. If you do not find me in my office, maktab also means office, by the way. If you do not find me on my office, you will surely find me in in the principal's office. Okay, lam came anyways, you don't need to make majzoom, but if there was no lam, if after in there was a fail mudare, then you make it majzoom directly. Some of these are particular questions as well, adawat shart. All are adawat shart. Yeah, particular questions also, but the meaning is not questioning. Like mata, when, it is used for questioning also, it is used for shart also. So when you go, I'll go. It's not a question there. Right? You're just stating, mata tadhab, adhab. When you go, I'll go. Yeah. So, or whenever, you can translate as whenever also. Whenever you go, I go. Ya Fadilat al-Shaykh, inna Abdullahi fi maktabi. Indeed, Abdullah is in my office. Inni a'tadhara ilayka fatasmahu lahu bidukhul. If he asks for i'tazara, if he gives an excuse, a valid excuse, i'tazara ya'taziru from it to give an excuse. If he gives an excuse, a valid excuse, should I allow him to enter? Lahu bidukhuli afatasmahu. And we learned the hamzatul istifham. It should later on. It should have come fa'atasmahu lahu bidukhul. Fa'a, but it's very stubborn. It will not allow anyone to come before it. So afa tasmahu, and it's very common awa and afa in the Quran. Afa tasmahu, samaha ismahu is not sami'a ismahu. Samaha is to allow. Will you allow him to enter? Tasmahu, right? Will you allow him to enter? So inna atazara. Now remember, in will make it majzoom only with mudari'. Here i'tazara is a past tense verb. Ifta'ala format we'll learn later on. because remember the book, he did not teach the forms, still he's bringing them because he wants us to learn the forms and then come back to these lessons again when we revise. So when we revise these lessons, you can spot these quickly now, these forms, because he cannot make sentences now, like I said before, without these now. He wants to give us complex sentences. إن اعتذر إليك أفتسمح بالدخول. Will you allow him? And the preacher said yes. So يخرج المراقب. So teacher, the inspector goes. Muraqib, the invigilator in charge. Now we need to read from here. So we are learning shart. So he'll bring all the verses of conditions. يا أحمد اقرأ الآية الواردة في الدرس. Oh Ahmad, read the mentioned ayah in the lesson. Warid is mentioned. Warada yaridu is the word. Warada yaridu warid ismul fa'il. Warida muannas because ayah is feminine. أحمد بعد الاستعاذة والبسملة. Ahmed after isti'adha, saying أعوذ بالله, and basmala is saying Bismillah. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إن تنصروا الله ينصركم ويثبت أقدامكم. O you who believe, if you help Allah, He will help you. And thabbata yuthabbitu is to make you firm, and He'll make your feet firm. You'll not waver from here and there. So in came. This is the adatu shart. Tansurullah, tansuru. This is the this everything is this shart, and then in shart we'll divide as adatu shart, and this is the fa'alu shart. This is the fa'alu shart. So we can color it up like this, maybe. This is everything is shart, and then we can divide this into the part adatu shart, and then this is the fa'alu shart. This is anyways mafulun bihi, lafzul jalala, object of this lafzul jalala. In tansurullah, and then yansurkum is the jawab shart. Yansurkum. See now in tajzimu fi'alain, it should make two verbs majzum. If it is mudare, not for madi. If madi comes, then there's no issue at all. If for mudare, it should make two verbs. Now, so this is making this majzum, and then this is again, in is again affecting. I should go here, again affecting this. Now, yeah. So in will make two verbs, this and then this. And again, wow came, so it will copy the previous. No, ma'tuf will copy. Yuthabbit aqdamakum is the object of thabbata. So in will always, in and whatever those types, no, in man, mata, kaifa, haythuma, and whatever all these list, you have to tajzimu fi'alain. It will make two verbs majzoom. So we learned one word majzoom is lam, lamma, lam al amr, and la nahiya. These four. These are they make majzoom only one. These guys will make two people majzoom. Majzoom means drop the noon or make it, give it a sukun. If it is 5 in your pocket, give it sukun. If it is noon comes and goes, the af'alul khamsa, you drop the noon. Ibrahim says, لماذا جزمت الأفعال الواردة في هذه الآية يا فضيلة الشيخ? لماذا جزمت? So he wants to teach us this rule. So he's asking why jazama yajzimu, I think, to make it majzum. Why juzima is passive? Why are the mentioned verses mentioned verbs majzum? Right? Why do you have tansuru? It should be tansuruna. And yansurukum, it should be yansurukum. Why is it yansurkum? في هذه الآية يا فضيلة الشيخ. Why are they majzum? Oh Sheikh, oh noble Sheikh. Al-Mudarris says, in adatu shartin. In is the particle of shart, instrument of condition. Sorry, instrument. Adatu shart is instrument of condition. Anytime you see in, you have to find two verbs. If it is mudare, make it majzum. In tajzimu fi'alaini, it'll make majzum two fi'al. Jazama yajzimu is to make it majzum. It'll make two verbs, fi'alaini. Nahwa, for example, in tajtahid tanjah. See, 1, 2. Mudare. If you work hard, you will pass. If you work hard, you will pass. In tajtahid tanjah. In tadhhab ila suqi. If you go to the market. Adhab ma'aka. See, condition. If you go to the market, what will happen? Adhab ma'aka. See, majzoom again. I will go with you. That's why it is tansuruna, the noon dropped, and yansurukum, yansur. It become yansur. Majzoom. Adhab ma'aka. So, yusamma al-awwalu fi'al al-sharti. The first is called verb of condition. Fi'al al-shart. Wal-akharu. It's not akhiru, eh? Akharu. Akharu means another. Samma yusammi is the verb. We'll learn later on. Samma yusammi form 2. And then yusammi will become yusamma. Yusamma. Yusamma al-awwalu fi'al al-sharti. So you can say yusamma. This is the naib file. You remember fail lesson 3. It's not called file, it's called naib file. And this is the mafulun bihi. So remember, this also can take a mafulun bihi. Fi'al al-sharti. Mafulun bihi. So some verbs can take two objects, right? And when you convert the verb into passive, first object will become the naib file, this one. And the second object will become it'll remain as the object, fi'al al-shart, right? Like for example, I named, samma yusammi is the verb, no? So I named it, sammaitu, I named the boy, al-walada, I named the boy Muhammadan. See, this is an ma'lum form. Huh? This is an active, sammaitul walada. So where's the file? 2 is the file. This is object number 1. This is object number 2. I named the boy Muhammad. Now I want to say the boy was named Muhammad. So samma, I'll make it summiya. Summiya, this is how you make it passive. Fu'ila pattern, no? Summiyal waladu Muhammada. This will be Muhammadun. Muhammad. I think he'll teach us this in the next, in the ending lessons, I think, but I'm not sure. Summiyal waladu Muhammadan. So this is mafulun bihi awwal, mafulun bihi thani. Now this mafulun bihi awwal, it became naib file. This became naib file, and this remained at mafulun bihi awwal. Now thani became awwal. So same thing here. Yusamma al-awwalu fi'l ash-shart. This was actually an object. Anyways, this is just advanced stuff, but yeah, if some verbs take two mafulun bihis, then if you convert into a passive, so the first mafulun bihi will become the naib file, and the second mafulun bihi will remain mafulun bihi only. Like zanna also takes like that. Zanantuka, I thought you as mudarrisan. Okay, naam, alhamdulillah. Naam, zanantuka mudarrisan. Got it, alhamdulillah. So zanantuka also, dhunna. Dhunna is not used, I guess. Yudhannu, he was taught as, Yudhannu maybe. He was taught as a doctor. Yudhannu mudarrisan, that's it. Wal akhadu jawab ash-shart, and the other is jawab ash-shart. Akhadu. Akhir means last akhar, and we learned the 4 plurals also. Akharu, the plural is akharuna. Akharuna. And then ukhra is the feminine of akhar, and plural of ukhra is ukhar. So akharu, akharuna, ukhra, ukhar. Ukhar, fi ayyamin ukhar. نعم, it comes in the Quran. نعم, ukhar, نعم. وفي الآية الكريمة فعل الشرط تنصتو. So anytime you see a shart, you have to see 3 things. Adatu shart, fi'lu shart, jawabu shart. Adatu shart, fi'lu shart, jawabu shart. Adatu with a hamza and fi'l alif ha jim af afj, whatever. You have to see 3 things. Fi'lu shart, where's the fi'lu shart? If ayn comes, it's tansuru. Tansuruna became tansuru. Wa jawabuhu yansur. And the jawab is yansur. Jawab shart is yansur. Yansur majzoom. Wal fi'lu yuthabbit. Why is yuthabbit again? It's ma'atufun ala yansur. It's after the conjunction, so it's ma'atuf and ma'atuf alayhi. So yansur is the ma'atuf alayhi and yuthabbit is the ma'atuf. Ma'atuf alayhi means the thing being, conjuncted upon, or the thing being, before the waw is called ma'atuf alayhi and after is called ma'atuf. يثبت is ma'tuf. It'll copy everything came. It will come before. These are called tawabe. No, we learned in the first lesson tawabe, the copycats. Naat, atf, tawkid. Okay, next. Alju an takunu qad fahimtum. See, alju, I hope. Here it doesn't mean request. Raja yasju can mean hope and request. That you have indeed understood. An takunu qad fahimtum. You have indeed understood. Because takunu means you become, you are. Nah, but I think it means here takunu qad fahimtum, that you have now understood, surely understood, because qad with madi is for tahqiq. Tahqiq means like inna is for nouns. Atastati'u an tadhkura ayatan ukhra tahwi in ya yasiru. Are you able to istita'a yastati'u form 10? Istita'a yastati'u. Istita'a yastati'u form 10. Very easy to identify form 10, right? You can see alif sita. Istita'a yastati'u an tadhkura ayatan ukhra. Are you able to, or can you also, you can translate it as can you also, can you mention a verse, ukhra, another verse, tahwi in, which contains in, O Yasir. Right? In ya, O Yasir. Can you mention another verse? Hawa yahwi is to contain, which contains in. Naam bi'awnillah. Yes, with the help of Allah. Bi'awn means help. Like ana ya'unu is the verb. Like qala yaqulu. And the masdar is aun. Like nasara, same meaning. Like qultu untu. I don't know if untu is used, but yeah. Ana ya'unu aun. Aun is like ayana is also the masdar, I believe. Ayana. If I'm wrong, I don't know if I'm correct. But aun is aunillah, with the help of Allah. Aun. قال تعالى وإن تنتهوا فهو خير لكم. If you stop, that is better for you. This is in Anfal. In like bi'idhnillah, yeah. Idhn is permission. Aun is help. Bi'aunillah. Help of Allah. Idhn is adhina ya'adhanu. The verb is adhina ya'adhanu. Bab samia. Samia isma'u. Adhina ya'adhanu. Idhn. Masdar is idhn. Like adhin tuka, I gave you permission. Yes, permission. Wa in tantahu, and if you stop, fahuwa khayrul lakum. So it is better for you. Fahuwa khayrul lakum. Fa in tantahu fahuwa khayrul lakum. So shart, this whole is the shart. And then in tahu. Wow is anyways and. In tantahu, if you stop. So fi'lu shart. Adatu shart and fi'lu shart. And this whole is the fahuwa khayrul lakum. Jumla ismiya came. So remember, fa comes for jumla ismiya. And he taught us in the last lesson also, fa comes. Fahuwa khayrul lakum. So it is better for you. There's no another verb now. So it could be a jumla ismiya also. Wa in tantahu fahuwa khayrul lakum. This is in Anfal. Al-Mudarris says, ahsanta, very good. By the way, this verb is ahsana yuhsinu, form 4. Ahsana yuhsinu. We'll learn all these forms, inshallah, in the coming classes. From 16 to 26, 27, 28. It's all about sarf, morphology. Ahsanta, you did good. Ayyumkinuka an tadhkura ayatan ukhra ya nu'manu. Can you, or is it possible for you? Fa has a name. Jawabu shart gets a fa. Because ismiya came, no? Nominal sentence. Ayyumkinuka, is it possible? This too is form 4. Amkana yumkinu. Yes, correct. Naam. Ayyumkinuka, correct. Amkana yumkinu, form 4, correct. Naam. The form 2, 3, 4 are 4-letter verbs. Fa'ala, af'ala. Ayyumkinuka. This Dhamma many times tells you that it is from these 3 forms. 2, 3, 4 have a mudare, has a Dhamma on the mudare. Ayyumkinuka. Is it possible for you? An tadhkura. Dhakara yadhkuru. Tadhkura. To mention. Dhakara yadhkuru bab nasara. Nasara yansuru. Dhakara yadhkuru. Dhikr. An tadhkura, mention or remember. أن تذكر آية, that you mention in ayah words أخرى. See, ayah feminine أخرى يعني ومعنو. نعم بعون الله. Instead of saying بإذن الله, they're using عون الله. نعم بعون الله. Yes, with the help of Allah. قال تعالى وإلا تغفر لي وترحمني أكن من الخاسرين. In إلا is in la, by the way. In la. Like we learned in book 2, an plus la is Allah. 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 So here illa is in plus la. It did idgham. Wa illa. So the shart in is hidden here. Illa taghfirli. This is the fair shart. And if you don't forgive me, wa tarhamni, and because of wow it's copying, wa tarhamni, and have mercy on me, akun min al khasirin. I will be from the losers. So the verb is kana yakunu. And how do you make it majzoom? It was yakun. Two sukuns came, no? Yakun. And you drop the wow. Yakun. And then yakun becomes akun. Akun. Right? Like yakulu. If you make it, if you bring lam, yakul. We learned this in book 2. MB2. Madina book 2. Lam yakul. Lam yakul. So same thing. Lam yakun. In the Quran, right? Walam in Ikhlas. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. There is no kufuf for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Walam yakul lahu, and kufuwan is mansub because of yakun. Because kana yakunu, ismu kana and all that will affect, no? For yakunu also it's the same thing. Yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Okay. So, and one more thing, in the Quran, it's very common. You can drop the noon also. Aku, taku, yaku, and naku. Aku, taku, yaku, naku. You can drop the noons also, just for the sake of it. It's called takhfif, for the ease. Walam aku baghiya. I'm not baghiya. Maryam alayhi salam says, I had a child, but I'm not a transgressive woman. Walam aku baghiya. So aku was actually akun. And you drop the noon for just for easier pronunciation. I think he'll bring this also in this lesson. Aku, we have an exercise, I think. I'm not sure. Aku also. Walam aku baghiya. So you can drop the noon also. But here you have the noon. So this is majzoom. So this is the jawabu shart, taghfir li fi'alu shart, and adatu shart. So three things. Wa illa taghfir li wa tarhamni. If you don't forgive me and have mercy on me, what will happen? Akum minal khasirin. I will become from the losers. Khasira yakhsaru, I think the verb is. Naam, khasir. Khasir is ismul fa'il, and khasiruna became khasirina. Plural. Like fa'iluna, fa'ilin. Al-Mudaris says, Masha Allah. Illa huna asluha. Illa here, its original is in wala an-nafiya. In and la of negation. Illa, we just talked about it, as in and la. In and la, so they did idgham. Ahmad says, so we till now he talked about only in. So Ahmad got it out. Athammata adawatun ukhra tadzimu fi'alaini ya ustad. Thammata means hunaka, same meaning as hunaka. Okay, thammata. Thammata is same as is there. So summa means then, thammata means there. Summa, then, for time. Thammata is for place, is there. Athammata baytun, ahunaka baytun, same thing. Athammata adawatun ukhra, are there other particles, adawat? Are there other instruments of conditions? Ukhra. Why is it singular? Because غير عقل. تجزم فعلين, which makes two verbs. فعلين. Right? There's a whole long list of them now. He'll bring the list. Naam. In is harfun. Right? In is harf. Okay. In is a harf. It's not a noun. It's a harf. But hunaka wa hunaka ashratu asma'in. There are 10 nouns. There are 10 nouns that zimu fi'alaini, which make two verbs majzoom. So he'll give a list of all the 10. So total 11 he brings. There might be many, but he teaches that I think 11. Ahammuha. Oh, he might not teach us All of them, I guess. Only 5 or 6. The most important of them are man. Right? Man. So man can be used a question also, but here it means whoever. فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ. Right? فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ. فَمَنْ. So, man. أداة الشرط. يعمل فعل الشرط. من تجزيم فعلين. It will make 2 verbs. يعمل فعل الشرط مثقال ذرة object of يعمل and مضاف إليه and خيرا مثقال ذرة خيرا. I don't know what is خيرا. I think it's تمييز. يرى يراه because wait, this is man and يعمل مثقال ذرة of good, no? ذرة خيرا يراه. This is the jawabu shart. I think this should be tamiz because yes, tamiz, I think, yes, because we have a lesson for tamiz. We didn't finish it. I mean, it'll come in lesson 26, 27. Anytime you measure something, distance or weight, length, liters, whatnot. Mithqala zarratin is also a measurement, but it is not a specific measurement. Then a tamiz will come for measurement also. And tamiz can also come for numbers, 11 to 99. And third type of tamiz is tamiz can come when you're comparing two things. Okay, comparing two things like ana akbaru minka sinnan. We have a whole lesson for tamiz. This is also a measurement, but it's not a specific measurement. After come also, come, how many? Come, it comes in come comes in measurement, how many or how much. Okay. So some measurements are not specific is what I want to say, like raha, palm, right? Give me a palm's rahatun, give me a palm's sugar. That means give me so little bit sugar. It's not kilogram, it's not gram, it's just one fist, one fist or 2 fists. Nowadays we don't use fists because we use spoons, 1 tablespoon of salt. Now it's not a fix, like your tablespoon and my tablespoon might be different, but it's just approximate. So this is also mithqala dharratin, an atom's weight. An atom's weight or less than that. What you see in the sun when you see something flying, the dust particles and all that. It's called zarrat, which you see in the sun when the sun rays come. But nowadays they translate smaller than that and an atom's weight of good yarahu. This was what? Man. So we learned in man, who. Then we have or whoever. So whoever does an atom's good of weight of good, he will see it. Ma, whatever. Right? We'll translate as whatever. وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ يَعْلَمْهُ اللَّهُ. And whatever good you do, تَفْعَلُونَ, تَجْزِمُ فِعْلَيْن ma here. And then where's the jawab? يَعْلَمْ. Whatever good you do, min khairin ya'lamuhu Allah. And whatever good you do from good, but this min is zaida. If you remember, we learned about min zaida. Ya'lamuhu Allah, Allah knows it. And there are some conditions for min zaida, right? It will generally come in negative questions, negative statements. So we have a negative statement. Min khairin. Why do they use min? We talked about it last time, but still, like ma fil bayti rajulun. In the house, there's not a man, but I can say bal rajulan. Right? Bal rajulan. I can say there's not one man in a house, but 2 men. But if I use min, ma fil bayti, only for negation, negative questions, negative statements. Min rajulin. This min zaida. It's used in questions and negative negative statements. Manfi, jumlatun manfiya. Ma fil bayti min rajulin. This means any type of man you can think about. You cannot negate this now. It's like emphasis. Min rajulin. So wama taf'alu min khairin. Any type of good deeds you do, any which we can think about or whatever. Ya'lamuhu Allah knows it. So this min zaida has so powerful effect. Now, like hal min mazid. Jahannam will ask hal min mazid. Hal mazidun is fine. Hal mazidun. But hal min mazid is like strong. So this min zaida is used in questions and negative statements. وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ. Allah could have said, وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا خَيْرًا. And just whatever you good you do, but this min gives you the effect. And we don't translate from good as such. So you see the power of min zaida, and very common min zaida, you can see it so many places. Only negation and questions. I think it came in lesson 4 or 5. Min zaida. وَمَا تَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ يَعْلَمُهُ اللَّهُ. This was ma. Mata. He didn't give from the Quran, but he gave general example. Mata tusafir usafir. When you travel, I'll travel. So we can translate this as whenever you travel or you are traveling, I'm also going to travel. Tusafir usafir. This verb is form 3. Safara yusafiru. How do you know form 3? You see an alif, no? Alif, and you can see the dhamma also gives it away. The alif. After the fa kalima, you have an alif. Safara yusafiru, form 3. Aina. Nahwa. Aina taskun askun. Wherever you are going to live, I'm going to live there. Wherever you're going to live, aina taskun askun. Where you're going to live, I'm going to live. Stay, or stay also you can translate. Where you stay, I'm going to stay there. Aina taskun askun. Aina. So in, man, ma, mata, aina. 5 over, right? وكثيرا تلحقها, but aina many times will join ainama. الزائدة للتوكيد. This ma is called زائدة للتوكيد. This ma is for extra ma, for tawkid, for strength. Ainama. Ainama takunu. Wherever you are, this ma gives you the effect of strong. Ainama. Ma zaida litawkid. Like haythuma is also comes. Haythuma. Ainama takunu. Wherever you are. Wherever in the world you can be. What will happen? Adraka yudriku, form 4. Idrak. Adraka is to reach something. Adraka. But generally, it can also mean to make someone know. Idrak is to attain knowledge, maybe. And also it means to reach. So, like, wama adraka. Adra is the verb, no? No, that is adra yudri. I'm getting it. Adraka yudriku is form 4. Adra yudri is something else. Correct. Adra yudri is to make someone know. Wama adraka. It was actually adra yudri, and then this ya became an alif. Wama adraka. What shall make you know? Adraka yudriku is to reach. Idrak. Yeah, to receive something. Yudrikkumul maut. So death will reach you. Yudrik. See, this is sukun. So ainama is this thing. Takunu, fa'lu shart. Yudrik is the jawabu shart. Yudrikkumul maut. See, 3 calves are coming. Huh? Yudrikkumul maut. Mautu. Maut is the file of adraka yudriku. Adraka yudriku. Naam. So he taught aina. 6th one is aina. Then we have ayya or ayyu. Nahu ayya mu'ajamin najid fil maktabati nashtarihi. Ayya is whichever. Whichever dictionary we find in the library or the shop, we will purchase it. Mu'ajamin najid. Najid, ayya is this mudaf, and then nashtarihi is the jawabu shart. And nashtari, it was with a ya, no? We dropped the ya. Ishtara, ishtari, nashtari. Okay, now. Mehma, seventh one. Mehma, whatever. Mehma means whatever. Mehma taqul nusaddiq. Nusaddiq. Ka should also come. Whatever you say, we will believe you. Saddaqa yusaddiqu, form 2. Saddaqa yusaddiqu, to believe. Saddiqu, tasdiq, no? Yusaddiqu, to believe. Nusaddiq we will believe you. Or we will believe. Okay. And then he says, if amu hadha darsa jayidan, understand this lesson very well, because it's so common. The shart, once you see it, you cannot unsee it. Right? In the Quran, in the Hadith, everywhere you'll find conditions. So he says, if hamu hadha darsa jayidan, understand this lesson well. Again, he uses a shart. Faman fahima hadha darsa, faqad fahima durusan kathiratan. So whoever understands this lesson, surely, see, qad came, no? So another reason for using fa is qad. You want to stress something, you bring a fa. فَقَدْ فَهِمَ دُرُوسًا كَثِيرَةً. He has understood many lessons, because it's so, overlapping. You can see it so many places. He has understood, like as if he has taken a big load of the language. فَقَدْ فَهِمَ دُرُوسًا كَثِيرَةً. And then he says, Li darsun idafiyun hadal masa. I have another additional lesson or class this evening. So he got an additional class. So idafi is additional lesson. Idafa. Idafa is to attribute something, but here it means additional lessons this evening. Again, shart. Faman arada an yastafida falyahdur waman lam yahdur falaysa bimalum. So whoever wants to, man again, and then arada, fi'alu shart. An yastafida is again the file of arada, you can say, because an and came. Because this is the file of arada. Because yastafid istifadatan. Faman arada al istifadata. I think it should be mafulun bihi. Mafulun bihi. Because file is hidden. Fal. So he should do what? Yahdur. Fal yahdur. Again, lam came. Lam came. This is a talabi sentence. Because of this lam, it became majzoom. And fa came. Anyway, so you won't do anything. Fal yahdur. So he should attend. So fa is added because talabi. Whoever wants to istifada istafi, whoever wants to benefit can attend. Waman lam yahdur, and whoever does not attend, falaysa bimalum, then he's not malum. Lama yalumu is to blame. So he'll not be blamed. It's an additional class. Whoever wants to attend and benefit, it's fine. And whoever wants to go home and sleep, he'll not be blamed. Falaysa bimalum. Malum. Malum is the ismul maf'ul. Lama yalumu malum. Like maqul. Qala yaqulu maqul. Malum. Like ajwaf, no? Qala yaqulu. La'im is the one who's blaming, blamer. And the one who's blamed is called malum. Ahmad says, Kulluna sayahduru inshallah. All of us will come, inshallah ta'ala, will attend. And don't worry, Sheikh, every one of us will come. Right? Sayahduru inshallah. So Ahmad is speaking for everyone. Now, other students like, no, we didn't want to come. And he forced us to come. Kulluna sayahduru inshallah. Al-Mudarris, mata ta'atun? When will you come? Right? Atayati, to come. So when will you come? What time? Because I have an additional class. What time will you come? Mata tati, tati. Whenever you come, we'll come. So all this shart again. Mata tati, naati. Majzum. How was it majzum? You dropped the weak letter. No, the ya was dropped. Atayati. And we dropped the ya. Naati. Al-Mudarris says, Sa'ati sa'ata rabiata. Inshallah, I will come at 4 o'clock. Inshallah ta'ala. I will come at 4 o'clock. Sa'ati. I will come. Seen, future. Ahmad says, Fi ayyi faslin najlisu. In which class should we sit? Again, shart. He'll say, whichever class you find empty, sit in that. Ayya faslin najid khaliyan najlis fihi. Whichever class we find empty, we find it empty, najlis fihi, we will sit in it. So ayya again. He's just repeating all these things. This is what was the lesson. So main lesson, many benefits in this lesson. Very important lesson. Because shart. Now, Ajib Anil Asiyatil Ati. Answer the following questions. Man alladhi ghaba usbu'ain? Who was the one who was absent for 2 days? Hisham or whatever. We'll see the answers. That's Rabi Ashra. We want Khamis Ashra. Who was Yasir? Okay, he was Yasir. Who was absent for 2 weeks? He was Yasir. If you remember last time, he was absent and he had some issues and so on. Man alladhi ja'a mutaakhiran? Mada qala lahu al-mudarris? Who was the one who came late? And what did the teacher said to him? هو نعمان قال له المدرس من جاء متأخرا فلا يدخل حتى يستأذن. Whoever will come late, he should not enter until he asks permission. حتى يستأذن. في أي ساعة يأتي المدرس للدرس الإضافي? In which hour will the teacher come for the additional lesson? When will come? ساعة الرابعة, 4 o'clock. يأتي في الساعة الرابعة. He will come at 4 o'clock. Okay, now he'll teach us about yakunu shartu wal jawab. So everything which we learn, he'll just give it in theory mode. In all the theory of this. Yakunu shartu wal jawab. So the shart and the jawab can be imma mudari'aini. It could be two mudari verbs. You could use two present verbs. Like for example, nahwa wa in ta'udu na'ud. If you return, we will return. Ada ya'udu, same as raja'a yazji'u. We learned in book 2. Ada means raja'a. So ta'uduna, we drop the noon. Na'ud, we will return. Wa imma madiyaini. And this is the easiest. Huh? If madi comes, no problem at all. No need to make it majzoom and all that. Mudare is the problematic one. Imma madiyani. Or imma means either. Huh? Or it could either be two madiyani. Madiyani became madiyani. Two madis. Wa in udtum udna. Mabni, madi. Madi is mabniya. Wa in udtum madi and amr mabniyani. It could be two madis, no problem. In will come, nothing will change. Huh? You might think that, oh, where is it? We have to make it majzoom. No, majzoom is all for mudare. Wa in udtum udna. If you return, we will return. Right? If you return to killing others and so on, Allah will also punish you. Udna, we will return. Wa imma madiyan fa mudariyan. Or it could be madi and mudare. Like here, man kana yuridu harth al-akhirati nazid lahu fi harthi. Whoever wants kana, no? Kana is past tense. So man came. Adatu shart, kana fa'ilu shart. Man kana yuridu harth al-akhirati. Whoever wants the harvest of the hereafter. So whoever wants the result of the hereafter, nazid lahu fi harthi. We will increase him in his harvest. Nazid is the jawabu shart. Man kana yuridu. So kana came, nothing will not change. But nazid, first madi, second mudare. So this mudare became majzoom because of man. So you can see the condition. You can see the verses in the Quran also. You can see this is the condition. And then we have the jawabu shart. Ashura. Wa imma mudari'an fa madiyan. Or it could be reverse also. You can have first mudare and then madi. Present tense. And it doesn't matter so much which ones come first and so on. Nahu qawluhu sallallahu alayhi wasallam, like the saying of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam, man yaqum laylatal qadri imanan wa ihtisaban ghufira lahu wa hadha qalilun. But this is very less. This is very less. Generally, it should be two madis or two mudares, or one madi and then mudare. But mudare to madi is very rare. Man yaqum laylatal qadri. Yaqum is the fi'l shart. Imanan wa ihtisaban. This is a shart, no? With belief and hoping. Ihtisaba yahtasibu is hoping for reward. Form 10. Ihtisab is the masdar. Istighfar. Like that. Ihtisab. To seek reward. Ihtisab. What will happen? Ghufira. Past tense. This is mabni. Madi. Mabni lil majhul. Passive form. Ghufira lahu. He will be forgiven. And this is very less. Hada khalilun. So it's just giving the order. Mudares can come, two madis can come, one madi, mudare. One mudare, madi can also come, but it's very rare. Then we have tamarin exercises. How many exercises do we have? 1, 2. Then he'll give the notes for fa. So let's do the first two exercises, yeah, inshallah. Then we can do the fa exercises next class. And then we have we have to make sentences with man and all those things. There are a lot of exercises. Yeah, because big lessons. Then you have to make sentences. Let's try to do the first and second, inshallah. We have 15 minutes. Okay. Very easy. You have to just use in this exercise. You just need to use in. And make it majzoom. If it is mudare, make it majzoom. Tadribuni adribuka. So what he's wanting, what he's trying to say, if you hit me, I'll hit you. So in tadribni, drop the majzoom, adribka, I will hit you. If you hit me, I will hit you. You can see the answer here. In tadribni adribka. If you hit me, I'll hit you. Condition. Shart. Na'amalu salihan nadkhulul jannata. If we do good deeds, we will enter Jannah. So in na'mal salihan nadkhul al jannah. Now alif lam is coming after sukun. We'll give it a kasra. Nadkhulil jannata. Nadkhulil jannata. If we do good deeds, salihan is good deeds. Nadkhulil jannata. So anytime you see mudare has a kasra, it's not a real kasra, because remember, verbs can never become majroor. This kasra is only for joining purpose. Nadkhulil jannata. We will enter jannah. Ta'kulu ta'aman fasidan tamradu. Marida yamradu, to become sick. If you eat fasid food, bad food, spoiled, rotten food, you will become sick. In ta'kul ta'aman fasidan tamrad. Very simple as like. Once you get the hang of it, just make it madzu madzu. With lam, you made one verb. Here, two verbs. That's it. Like lam ta'kul, in ta'kul. In ta'kul ta'aman fasidan tamrid. You will fall sick. La tashtahidu tarsubu. If you don't work hard, you will fail. Rasaba yarsubu is to fail. So this in and la. So what you'll do? You'll do idgham. Illa tashtahid. Illa. Illa tashtahid tarsub. Illa. I hope it's easy, huh? Inshallah. Illa tashtahid tarsub. If you don't work hard, you'll fail. Illa tashtahid. Ishtahada ishtahidu, form 8, to work harder. Mujtahid, no? Tarsub. You will fail. Tusafirina usafir. Can you help me with this fifth one? If you travel, I'll travel. Fifth one. Yes, we'll drop the noon. Correct. In tusafiri usafir. Drop the noon, make it matsum. In tusafiri usafir. If you travel, I travel. Safara yusafiru, form 3. Safar. Correct. Help me with the next one also. Next one. In tusafiri usafir. Next one. Tanamu mubakkiran tastaykhidh mubakkir. If you sleep early, you will wake up early. No. If you sleep early, you will wake up. Tanam. See? Tanam. Or tanam. So what will happen? You give this a sukun, give this a sukun, and you drop the alif. Tanam. Just tanam. In tanam mubakkiran. Tanam nanam. Yeah. Book 2. Nama yanamu. Yes. Alif will also drop, no? In tanam mubakkiran. If you sleep early, tastayqidh mubakkiran. Istayqadha yastayqidhu is to wake up. You will wake up. From 10, you will wake up early. Seventh one. If you write to me, I'll write to you. In those days, if you write a letter to me, even I'll write. I mean, you're not sending me a message. Why should I? In taktubu ilayya. Drop the noon. Aktub ilaykum. Oh, he's speaking to plural. Huh? Yeah, taktubu. If he's writing to his family, if you write me a letter, yeah, noon drops. Aktub ilaykum. I'll write to you. You're not writing me a letter. Why should I write? No? In taktubu ilayya aktub ilaykum. تغيب كثيرا تفوتك الدروس. In تغب كثيرا, if you are absent a lot. تفوتك, again wow will drop, no? تفوتك durus, because anytime you have in between weak verbs, no, weak letters, alif, wow, and ya, you drop those also. In تغب كثيرا تفوتك الدروس. تغب, yes. Fata yafutu is to miss. So the lessons will miss you. Literally, it is lessons will miss you. Fata yafutu. It's not you will miss the lesson. The lessons will miss you. That's how they say in Arabic also. In Urdu also, many times you use that. Like when you're traveling, you say ghar aa gaya. It doesn't mean the house came, but we reached the house. Plane chhoot jayega. The plane will not leave you. I mean, you will miss the plane. In English, we don't say that. The plane missed you. Or do we? Tabi'u sayyaratak ashtariha. If you sell your car, I'll purchase it. In tabi' sayyaratak ashtariha. We'll drop the ya also. Right? We'll drop the ya too. Ashtariha. In tabi' sayyarataka. Naam tabi' sayyarataka ashtariha. I'll purchase it. تبقيان في مكة أبقى معك. تبقيان, you're speaking to معكما. If you both stay in Makkah, I will stay with you both. معكما. Drop the noon, yes. In تبقيا في مكة, and here drop the weak letter. حذف حرف إلا. Drop the weak letter. أبقى معكما. I'll remain with you both. أبقى معكما. You can see here أبقى. We drop the ya, no? And تبقيا, noon drop. بقي يبقى, like uh, not like masha yamshi, nasiya yansa. Nasiya yansa. Because we learned 4 types of naqis, right? One is da'a yad'u, masha yamshi, nama yanam, not nama yanam, nasiya yansa, and naha yanha. 4 types in book 2. So only 3 are important. Naha yanha is just a mixture of both. Da'a yadu, masha yamshi, and nasiya yansa was the hardest. Nasiya yansa was the hardest. So this is also baqiya yabqa, like nasiya yansa. La aktub ansa. If I don't write, I'll forget. Now, this is true for many of us. Huh? If you don't write, we'll forget. In illa aktub ansa. We drop the ya. The biggest lie which we can tell to ourselves is we'll remember. Now, we'll not. Now, oh, I don't need to write. I can remember. You'll not after 1 month or 20 days. So writing is a good thing to write everything. Tasumu gadan asumu. Yeah, will be deleted. Yes, yeah will be deleted. In tasum gadan asum. Wow, drop wow. In tasum gadan asum. If you fast tomorrow, I'll fast. Sama yasumu, to fast. Takhulul haqqa tanju. If you say the truth, you'll be successful. Naja yanju. You'll be successful, or you'll save yourself from Jahannam. In taqulil haqqa tanju. Drop the wow. In taqulil haqqa tanju. Drop the wow. And last one, in tazurni azurka. In tazurni azurka. If you visit me, I'll visit you. Zara yazuru. Zara yazuru. Next exercise is similar, just we have to add different now. So he gave us good example. So how simply he'll explain. See, he'll just bring in one exercise and then he'll bring a mixture of all that. And that's the beauty of Madina Mocks. Even in the last lesson, you'll notice that he'll not leave this policy. Even in the last lesson, he'll bring us simple stuff. Now you'll feel like even in the last lesson, is not making it complicated. Now, because this thing, if you go to the grammar books, it's a headache to understand this. Now, to understand all these things, they'll say it in complicated ways and this and that. Oh. And they'll give so many examples. Now, he says, "Fi kulli fiqratin," last exercise, inshallah. Same thing, but with the other words. "Fi kulli fiqratin mimma yati jumlatani." In every paragraph, in every fiqra means paragraph here. Yes, only after Madina books. That is correct. And we'll feel like, oh, it is so easy, after we do it in Madina books. But if we don't do these books, other basic stuffs also become so difficult. To understand that noon drops and all these things, because he gave us so much practice in book 2, we are so, it's in a muscle memory now. In every paragraph here, there are 2 sentences. Fiqra, section maybe. Fiqra literally means paragraph. Ijal fi'al al-ula shartan, make one verb as shart, and fi'al al-ukhra jawabahu, and the second one as jawab. مستعملا using أداة الشرط المذكورة بين القوسين. The أداة الشرط, the particle of instrument of condition mentioned in the قوس bracket. قوسين, 2 brackets. Make the necessary. Same thing. يغيب كثيرا من أسبوعين يفصل. Who was absent for more than 2 weeks, he will be restricted. Man yaghib, correct, and yufsal will become yufsal. That's it. No changes. I mean, just make it majzoom, khalas. Man yaghib akthara min usbu'aini yufsal. Whoever is absent for more than 2 weeks, he'll be restricted, he'll be removed. Fasala yufsulu is to separate, but here is to separate from the school. Sukun, sukun. Ma takul akul. Whatever you eat, I'll eat. Ma takul akul. Ma takul akul. Very easy. Once you get the hang of it, it's like, and you see the beauty also now. Whenever in the Quran and when we observe so much, Aynama takunu azurkum inshallah. Takununa azuruk. Wherever you are, I'll visit you inshallah. Yeah? Inshallah. Aynama takunu. Aynama wherever. Azurkum inshallah. Azurkum. Aynama takunu azurkum inshallah ta'ala. Wherever you are, I'll visit you inshallah ta'ala. Now noon drop and wow drop also here. Weak harfu illa is drop. And then sukun. Man la yarham. This is the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Man la yarham la yurham. Whoever does not have mercy, he will not be. Mercy will not be given to him. He will not be. Allah will not have mercy on him. Kind of. Yurham is passive, no? He will not have mercy. Can you show answers? Yeah. Man la yarham la yurham. Man la yarham la yurham. Man la yarham la yurham. Next, ta'udu a'ud. Whenever you return, I will return. Mata ta'ud a'ud. Literally, we should actually sit and write all these answers. Like we used to do in book 2. I used to write for everything, almost many things. But it will become so long. Already it's so long now. Because there's so many exercises. Aina tadlisu tadlis adlis. Wherever you sit, I'll sit. Aina tadlis adlis. Wherever you sit, I sit. The wow we won't drop. Where? We drop, no? A'ud. A'udu. We drop. In 3. Takunu. Azurkum. We drop. Azurkum. Takunu we won't drop. Takununa we drop the noon. Third one. Yeah, third one. Takununa, no? Noon drop. Not the wow. Here, wow we are dropping because it is ajwaf. Kana is also an ajwaf, but it is plural. Nam. Okay. 8th one. 7th one. Mahma taqra aqra. Whatever you read, I'll read. Mahma taqra aqra. Taqra aqra. Man yatub illallahi. We drop the yun. Whoever turns to Allah or asks forgiveness of Allah, who does tawbah. Taba yatubu is to turn literally. Taba yatubu is to turn. Yatub alayhi Allahu. Allah will turn towards him. So a slave will turn ilallah, to Allah. And Allah taba ala al-abdi. So whenever taba comes in the Quran, that means Allah will turn to him. That means accept his tawbah. It will come with ala. And for us, the servant, it will be taba ila. So ila and ala. For Allah, it will not be Allah repented. No, na'udhu billah. No. Allah turned towards fataba alayhi ala al-abdi. Fataba Allahu ala al-abdi. Walakin al-abdu taba ila Allah. Now, man yatub ila Allahi yatub Allahu alayhi. So using the prepositions also, the meaning changes. Like raghiba. The raghiba fi means interested. Raghiba an means not interested, disliked. Faman raghiba an sunnati. Whoever turns away from my sunnah, falaysa minni. He's not. That's also shart. Is not from me. Man ghashana falaysa minna. Whoever deceives us is not from us. You see so many hadith like this. Man yushrik billahi tadkhulin nara. Yushriku yadkhulin nara. Majzum. We gave it a kasra because alif lam is coming after. Last one. Yanjahu bi takhdiri mumtazin yahsulu ala jaizatin. Whoever will pass with excellent grades, yahsulu ala jaizatin. He will attain a prize. Hasala comes with ala, okay? In English, he will attain on the prize. No, we don't translate because hasala will come with ala. We don't really translate ala. He will get a prize. Hasil to attain. So man yanjah bi taqdiri mumtazin yahsul ala jaizatin. Last one. Man yanjah bi taqdiri mumtazin yahsul ala jaizatin. Okay, alhamdulillah. This is what we've learned. So many conditions and shart. Man, mata, aina, ma, haytuma. All these things, inshallah. Next class, we'll learn about fa. Fa. When fa will come and when it will not come. Inshallah ta'ala. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakallahu khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Meaning of aynama, wherever. Aina is where. Ainama, wherever. Aina can also be used with wherever. Ainama can also be used as wherever. Ma is just for tawqid. Ma is for tawqid, for emphasis. Naam, okay. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakallahu khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.